I think you're the only one in here right now.
No, we have two.
Oh, we have two. I lied. Okay. So yes, welcome to our next live stream here from the Las Vegas Strip. We're coming at you currently from Aria. We're sitting here in the Proper Eats Food Hall. We will get going here in just a moment. But that being said, since the first live stream was such a success, and so many of you had asked for another one, we are doing it again.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to be honest, we may be staying inside for a portion of this because when we originally planned this one, we kind of forgot just how hot it's going to be and how much sun will be out at 6 p.m. in Las Vegas. But that being said,
that's a thing.
It is totally a thing. We should know this. You know, we've done this.
We should know because we live in a desert.
Yes, and we come to Vegas enough to know when the sun sets in the summer, but no, we're dumb.
Nope.
Anyway, hey, we got more people joining.
Hey,
hey,
welcome everyone.
While you're joining, be sure and hit that like button because it
does push it out to more people.
Yes, so yeah, if you can, give us a like.
Oh, hi,
Ayatollah. All right, wonderful. Glad to see you. We're excited to have you here with us.
Hi, Scotty.
Hi, Scotty. All right. So as we mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing a Q&A. That we have a list of questions that have been asked, and we're ready to let you guys know a little bit more about our thoughts. And everyone's joining. Okay. As I just said, for those of you joining, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It does help push it out to more viewers. We absolutely appreciate it.
Oh, yep. We will be there on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Which is tomorrow, yep.
Yes. Yeah. I can't believe it's already, Thursday.
I know.
It's been a whirlwind of a trip. We've been here since Sunday. Had a lot of ups and downs here in Vegas.
You can hear us. Thank you so much for letting us know. We've been.
Oh boy, the mics are always.
The mics are always the trickiest part.
Yeah. All right, so
let's start off actually with a few questions.
And then we'll start walking.
Yep.
I can't lie, our dogs are barking though after so many days here.
So we're going to start with a few questions and Q&A, and then we'll give through a few more as we go.
Yeah.
But the first one came from Ayatollah, and that's going to be, what food segment made us the most stuffed?
I think that's kind of a tie between all of the buffet videos that we've done, including the one we just filmed earlier today.
Oh yeah, we did a buffet video earlier today, and it was insane.
Yes, that was from Wicked Spoon. That will be coming out in the future. And we had a great time, but oh boy, did we want to die afterwards. We're realizing as we're getting older, buffets aren't our thing anymore.
Buffets are just not our thing.
No. I mean,
it's just too much food.
Yes. I always say I'm a big fatty, but like I have a limit of how much food I can eat.
I will also say this, like, to answer the question a little bit better, that first video that we made on the Bacchanal brunch, that was probably my worst. And the reason for that is because that was the only time here in Vegas that things just didn't happen as they should. And I will leave it at that.
Kristen says they're playing Hollywood.
Oh, yay!
Well, waving to you from over here at Aria.
Yeah, yep.
So if you see us, be sure and say hi. Do you want to start moving? All right, let's do this.
Let's start moving.
All righty. Oh.
There we
let's
go.
not disturb the nice people sitting here trying to eat their meals.
Exactly. I'm going to keep
let's
that
disturb
on us.
Let's disturb the people as we walk by.
Oh.
All right. Yes, I'm back in the frame.
There we go. Got the gimbal going. I still got to work on the joystick skills with this.
Right. Yeah, so that's why I give it to you, because you're better at that.
Oh, hi, Random Recess.
Hi, guys. I'm Ed Chris, our pals. Glad you could join us.
Can't wait to see you all soon.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hanging out with you in August for Universal Horror Unleashed. We're going to, us and Random Recess will be there opening night. We cannot wait to go cover that for you guys. Super excited. Paul and I love horror stuff, so that should be a lot of fun. All right, let's see here. Next question, also from Ayatollah Dofapola.
Oh, I would love to move here. A lot of that is,
go for it.
Okay, a lot of that has to do with just the cost.
Yeah, the cost of moving.
Not cheap. Yeah, the cost of moving is not cheap. But that will actually lead into a question that we will have soon.
Yes. All right, so the next question, also from Ayatollah Dofapola, was, when were you the most intoxicated filming for this channel? For us, I think that might be a similar answer. But for me, it was definitely the happy half hour on the high roller.
Yep.
Every time I've done that, whether recording or not, I just get tanked. And part of it's because we want to get our money's worth in 30 minutes time. So then you can drink a lot of drinks in 30 minutes if you try. Do I recommend that?
No. Well, actually, at the price that you're paying, yes.
Yeah, no,
I
recommend
recommend
the experience.
it. Yes.
But what I'm saying is, like, for me personally, that usually ends up with me having the spins and lying in the hotel bed, wanting death to come quickly.
Oh, you live in the Arcadia area. That's awesome. That used to be where we were. We're actually in the center of town.
What was that?
Oh, Scotty fan lives. Yeah, you mentioned living in the Arcadia area.
Oh yeah, okay.
That
Yeah.
used to be our area. We're actually now in the just smack dab in the middle.
We are literally center midtown, like 7th Street and Indian School. So right in what they would refer to as the queer corridor.
Yep.
So we like living in the center of Phoenix. It's a good location. You know, I've kind of lived all over the valley in Arizona. But Phoenix is probably where I like it best.
Truly, I love horror. Can't wait for horror nights. Yes.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
At least I hope.
I hope so.
I'm also hoping that it opens on time.
I am hoping for that too, because if any of you are familiar with Vegas, which a lot of you are if you're watching this, oh, awesome. Yeah, you're not far from us, Scotty. On top of that, I will definitely say this, that
Things
Vegas
never open on time
They
in
never
Vegas.
open on time in Vegas.
So Universal's usually really good about not announcing dates until it's 100% positive it's going to happen. So I'm hopeful that that they will be actually open on August 14th and there will be no delays.
Yep, no
But
delay.
the reason that we're slightly concerned about that is every time that we plan, to try and do something around a grand opening here in Vegas, it never seems to actually have the grand opening when they say it's going to.
Yep.
We actually had tickets. Excuse me. We had tickets for the opening of Disco Show, like the opening weekend, and it ended up getting delayed and didn't open for several more months. And now it is open, and we haven't been able to go.
Oh, we just got a question asking what we currently do for our jobs. Now, because privacy is a important
Right.
thing, we're not going to disclose everything about it, but we can say that we both work office jobs from home.
Yes. My background is primarily in restaurants and hospitality, but as of lately, I do work an office job at home. And the short answer is I work in payment processing.
And
It's a soulless, awful job.
And I work with customer service.
Yes, for a major hotel chain.
Whoop.
So when we come and do like hotel reviews, restaurant reviews, it is with some expertise and knowledge because of our experience in our careers.
Yep.
I miss working in restaurants, and I often debate going back to it. The only reason I'm working the job I am is really, if I'm being honest, the vacation time.
Yep.
So
I mean, the vacation time's always nice. I've just been at mine forever, and I can pretty much take a time off very liberally.
yeah, exactly. And I get a decent amount of vacation time. It helps us, work, do this channel. Whereas when I was working in restaurants, my vacation time was limited or non-existent.
Yep.
All right,
Cool.
so we are making our way
Yep. And
up to the RE Express tram.
I'm actually going to turn this around so people can see, oh, the lovely escalator.
The lovely escalator.
No, we'll turn it back to us.
At least it's a working escalator.
Did you fly or drive to Vegas? We always fly.
We always fly, yeah.
Reason one is the convenience, and two, we just don't want to trust a breakdown on the way.
Not just that, but like I don't ever want to be driving home exhausted or hungover. And every time that we go home, we are utterly beat.
Oh yeah.
Just destroyed.
Imagine making the drive back after in the course
Yes.
of one trip.
I do think driving would probably be more convenient for us in the long run.
It really would. And we might try that one time, but I mean, for the most part, we do it for convenience.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next question we've got here.
Oh, this one goes the wrong way. This one's going to Crystal's. Oops.
We're making our way south on the strip tonight.
Yep, we are going to go south on the strip as far as we can. And then we're just going to kind of make our way.
Yeah, we're basically going to do this until either you guys get bored of us and drop off, or we get bored. I'm kidding.
Yep.
I'm kidding. We love you.
Oh, actually, I forgot this. I'm kind of dumb.
Kind of. What did
I forget that the tram takes us all the way over to the other way. We could just walk through the hallway. We didn't even have to be out in the heat.
You are kind of dumb. I
Oh
love
my
you,
God.
but
I love you too.
make me walk out in this heat for nothing.
Oh, Lifetime Cook.
Honestly, if we didn't have dinner plans after the live stream, I wouldn't be wearing long pants right now, which is a big mistake when it's 90+ degrees outside.
Yeah. But I know that like a lot of times, like when we're watching live streams ourselves, I know a lot of people love to see just the Vegas Strip, Vegas fun stuff. So I am going to go ahead and swap this over. And
Now that we don't have a view of people's butts.
Exactly. Like I try not to get other people in the frame.
I mean, as much as possible. Anyway.
Exactly.
We want to respect their privacy. So the next question we had was from Love Travel. And they ask, since you are eating out at restaurants for videos, what's your diet like during the week? And that's a great question. In all reality, we do not eat like this normally outside of the channel. Yes, we will go out for nice dinners at home in Phoenix, and like date nights and whatnot. But in all reality, I eat, you know, despite the fact that the phrase itself is very inaccurate, I eat like a bird at home.
I mean, birds eat twice their weight.
Right, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like I will eat like one meal a day. I usually skip breakfast and lunch. Coffee is my meal for the first half of my day. I'll usually have a little snack in the afternoon after work or so. And then for dinner, like it kind of varies. Don't get me wrong, we love junk food.
Oh yeah, we do love junk food.
You know, there's plenty of times where we're gonna go get tacos or something yummy like that, burgers. But other than that, when we cook at home, a lot of times it's things like, you know, protein, vegetable, and, you know, some sort of like potato or carb or something like that. But, you know, in moderate portions.
And we're experienced home cooks, so we cook from scratch.
Yeah, we make a lot of pastas at home and a lot of simple sauces. But we like things like chicken, you know, or pork chops or...
Pork chops are really good.
Yeah, steaks, things like that. So, you know, our diets at home...
Oh, do you guys go to Lucky Burger?
I know where it's at, but we've never actually gone. Maybe we're gonna have to now.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, what?
I'm catching up on last weekend's dinner, and they won $15,000.
Oh my Lanta!
In Peppermill, yeah.
Oh my Lanta! I wish we could.
Peppermill is one place that I would like to go visit in Reno.
Yes, and we're going to eventually because
someday.
Because of Paul's career, he does have connections to that resort, and yeah, so we would like to eventually go do that because we'll get a little discount on the rooms there.
Yeah.
And so that will happen someday. I keep saying I want to go to Reno during the winter, but Paul's like, I don't like it cold. I'm like, come on, let's go see some snow.
I don't like the snow.
I want to see some snow. It's been way too long. What else? I'm trying to think what else. Okay, so back to the question about dinner, though. Like, I will say, like, when it comes to like,
do we ever attend concerts when we're in Las Vegas?
Not as often as we'd like to. We often look at tickets for concerts, but then like we kind of chicken out when we like see the prices.
I think a lot of it though is because we spend a lot on making the other videos.
Right, that's kind of really the issue. Like we look at it and go, okay, we can go to this one concert and spend $500 for us to go, or we can get like 2 decent dinners out of it.
Yep, and we can make 2 decent, awesome videos that you'll all enjoy.
Right, whereas you can't really film a whole lot at a concert. So a lot of times lately anyway, our trips to Vegas are focused more so around things that we can film.
I know J-Lo coming to Caesars. I am excited for that. And
yeah.
I really...
I know you are. I know you are. I mean, there's definitely concerts that are always coming through.
Step count record in Vegas, I do not know.
I don't want to know.
We never track it.
We haven't tracked it in a long time. I think we tracked it on our first couple trips when we started vlogging. And I remember it was like, you know, it was like our Disneyland trips where it's like, oh, we walked 13 miles today, you know? Yeah, I wish that would equate to weight loss, but all the rich food kind of really cancels that out. But yeah, there's been plenty. I mean, I'll put it this way: there's been plenty of trips where.
Have we been to any drag brunches? No, we have not.
No drag brunches yet. Let's see here. Let's go to the next question here from Canadian Slot Couple. They ask: Uber, Lyft, cab, and why? Lyft.
Lyft, yeah.
It tends to be cheaper in Las Vegas than Uber, and usually cheaper than a cab. We only take cabs when we're feeling lazy or when we're coming from the airport or going to the airport. For the most part, though, we use Lyft.
Yeah. And yeah, cabs are great for going to and from the airport.
Yeah. On the right, we're about to pass the Chef Truck, one of my favorite places to grab a bite.
The Chef Truck.
One of my favorite places to grab a bite on the Strip.
Those Cubanos
are killer.
Are good. I loved my mojo pork tacos. Yeah, if you come to Park MGM, definitely try the Chef Truck.
Yeah, seriously, it's so good. I can't wait to stay at Park MGM. We haven't crossed it off the list.
No.
Here's the last time I stayed at this property. Let's put it that way. It was It was the Monte Carlo, which actually
Is
so related to someone's question here. I'm trying to find out who it was. Let's see here.
oh,
So yeah, JL asked, when was the first time each of you went to Las Vegas? Now I have lost track of when I
since
first.
we're going into a casino, we're gonna put it on us.
Yes. Now I have lost track when I first went to Las Vegas. I'm going to be honest, but it was approximately 15 years ago. I was mid 20s. That being said, what I do remember is that Park MGM was still Monte Carlo, and Imperial Palace was just becoming the Quad. It was still kind of being transitioned. They still had the dancing deal, the performing dealers and whatnot, which I loved. I remember a fabulous Dolly Parton, standing on top of a, like a table or something like that, But yeah, that's about when I first started coming to Vegas, about 15 years ago. I've been doing it on and off since.
Let's go that way.
Obviously with the channel, and really not just the channel, but because we came here to get married, it reinvigorated my love of Vegas.
Yep.
Between my first trip to Vegas to when we started the channel, a lot of it was Vegas was very sporadic. When I had the time, the money to do it. And for me, there was other trips I was taking a lot. I was going to Disneyland constantly. I'm a big Disney nut, so is Paul.
We love Disney.
That's one of the things that we connected on when we first, got together, which was actually 9 years ago as of yesterday.
Yeah.
Is when Paul and I first got together.
Yesterday was our 9-year anniversary.
Yeah, so we've been married now for about a year and a half. I took forever to pop the question. I just didn't feel like I was worthy enough, if I'm being honest.
And the other thing to think about that is marriage is not only is it a commitment to the rest of your life, but it's also one of those things that it's expensive.
Yeah.
And
then we realized it's not that expensive to get married in Vegas.
Yep. Vegas weddings are thankfully pretty affordable.
Yeah, we spent like a good 6 months just trying to figure out a wedding venue at home, and we quickly realized that the whole wedding industry is a racket.
It really is.
I went into the wrong industry because
if we had a wedding venue, what we would do is we would just undercut everyone.
Absolutely.
We have not tried Bavettes inside of Park MGM.
No, but we had one of our viewers, one of our subscribers, offer to take us to Bavettes on this trip, and we sadly had to turn that down. Don't get me wrong, that was a hard thing to say no to. Oh, hello!
Oh, hey!
I'm so glad. Hey. I hope you guys enjoy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we had to turn that down, and mostly because we didn't feel right accepting such a generous gift. If it was like a cocktail or a slice of pizza, sure. You want to treat us to a drink? We'll be happy to say yes. But if you want to take us to a steakhouse where it's going to cost $200 a person, I'm going to have to say no, because we're just not worth that.
Well, no, I think that, it is one of those things to always, it is always a very gracious thing.
Right.
We're always very
But it's also kind of an ethical thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, well, again, Paul and I both work jobs where that's a big
commitment.
Yeah, that's a big thing where can we cross?
We're gonna cross.
Let's go ahead and cross.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I hate to sound the Verizon guy.
I think I accidentally hit the mute button when I was trying
back.
to.
Okay. All right. So
that was my error, and I apologize.
Oh, Paul.
So apparently the mute button on here is right next to the one to flip the camera back and forth.
Whoopsie doodles.
Oops.
So we were saying, yeah, Mr. Chow has recently closed. We did actually film a whole video of Mr. Chow before, back in 2023, in December 2023. But we realized when we got home that our shotgun mic could be seen in all of the footage because we didn't quite put the whole rig together correctly. So we kind of lost that video, sadly. But we're sad that Mr. Chow closed because it was a really great experience. It was,
and also ties into that first question about when was your most sick in Vegas?
What? Wait.
After Bacchanal.
Oh, yeah.
That was the dinner that we had that night after that Bacchanal brunch video.
But no, and then we went to High Roller afterwards.
Yeah, we went to High Roller after Mr. Chow.
Yes, and that was probably one of my most sick aspects after I downed like 6 or 7 cocktails.
But the funniest thing is I got sick before we went to Mr. Chow.
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
That was my worst.
Honestly, today has kind of made us reconsider how often we're going to do a buffet video. Because as fun as they are, as much as we love the idea of a buffet, our stomachs can't handle them anymore.
No.
We had to kind of like postpone some videos today because we were ultimately just needing to stay in the hotel room and relax, and we were feeling like death.
Which I will definitely say this, if you want a really fancy hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, we're loving Cosmo. Don't hit that mute button, Paul.
Nope, but I'm gonna switch it back because we'll walk through New York, New York. There we go.
All right, let us resume our walking and get out of the heat because I'm sweating my huevos off right now.
Oh, hi.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Hello. Oh,
Good.
Do you want to be on camera or not?
You can, yeah, you can. We can be on.
Okay, no worries. Hey.
How are you guys?
Oh, hanging in there,
Amazing.
doing our little live stream thing tonight.
Happy
You know,
anniversary.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Julian.
Nice to
Awesome,
meet you,
Julian.
Julian.
And
Tracy,
awesome.
obviously James and Paul.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good to see you. You guys
How was
having a
your
good time?
Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here for a week, so.
Oh my, yeah.
Oh, yep. That is gonna be us in 2 days.
New York.
We love
I
New York.
love New York, New
Yeah.
York.
How much longer you got?
We're here till Sunday.
Gotcha. That's
Oh.
when we're heading home too. I admire your commitment to stay so long because a week is like a max for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you hit the button again?
No, I did not hit the button again.
What did you do?
I don't know. How's the audio, everyone?
Testing.
Testing. I hope it's not YouTube cutting out.
It might be.
All
Oh, good. Okay. Live stream issues.
Money line. We had a whole
Oh,
so
Money
we had to
line.
sleep it off.
I understand
Yeah.
that. We had to sleep off Wicked Spoon today. It was just a little too much.
I like to call that place Wicked Poo. Got food poisoning.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Well,
Norovirus. So it's not fun.
yeah, I can imagine. That does not sound fun at all. So, well, I'm gonna say we don't have to keep moving
Yeah.
because I'm already sweating everything off. But you guys have a great rest of your stay. It was lovely meeting both of you. You look
Thank
fabulous,
you.
by the way.
Thank you. Love your
you.
videos.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you
you
guys.
so
We
much.
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You
You
too. Have a
too.
great rest of your stay and good luck to you if you're gambling. And
Absolutely.
thank you.
Awesome. Oh, we did not make it to the 70s Speakeasy in Planet Hollywood.
No, not yet. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Let's get inside.
Yeah, let's get inside.
I am a creature who needs air conditioning.
And the funniest thing is, unless we're here in Vegas, we're usually just inside in the air conditioning.
During the summer, anyway.
Yep.
We have friends that will often joke that like December through April is James and Paul season, because that's the only time that we come out to see them. Otherwise, we stay at home during the rest of the year. Partially also because of the channel. Like, we're saving up to come to Vegas, and we're both kind of neurodivergent too. So like when you see us on camera or right now, I'm gonna be honest, this is not our normal personas. This is definitely an on-screen persona. When we are at home, Paul's a quiet, shy kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm the kind of person that, especially after work, I just want quiet. I want to decompress. I don't want to talk. But we love doing this. Like it brings out. I think.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's awesome.
I can't read that from
Oh, awesome.
here. Oh, okay.
That's awesome, Scotty.
Thanks for letting me know what it said. Okay.
Uh,
But yeah, so like as I was saying, I mean, we go to a certain level to put on a persona for this because, you know, obviously we have to.
Well, because
we wouldn't be entertaining
no, I
otherwise.
mean,
you know,
we
you know,
have to bring energy.
You know, it's the same thing with any vlogger,
Yeah.
of course. Like, you know, I would go so far that to say that we're acquaintances at this point with Ruby, with Travel Ruby, and you know, we know that in real life she's a different type of person. Like, you know, she even says in her videos, like, you know, at home I curse like a sailor, you know, but you know, she doesn't do that on camera. We've yet to like, okay, I lie. We tone it down a little bit for the camera, but we also curse like sailors at home and say a lot of inappropriate things.
Oh yeah. But again, we want to also make sure that, you know, everyone has different likes, everyone has different, you know, tolerances of like what, you know, is appropriate language, and YouTube itself, like,
you know, we want to maintain some sort of level of family friendliness, whether that, you know, be the Manson family or not, you know.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding, but
see, that's the kind of humor you can expect from us live and unfiltered. Anyway, all right. Next question we got here. Let's see. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one. All right. Canadian Slot Couple also asked, funny story from a past trip.
9 fine Irishmen, 9 fine Irishmen, 9 fine Irishmen. I got it right this time.
So funny story from past trip, Paul.
Oh, so funny story from past trip.
This is really you.
This is really me. So we love watching Mammoth Club. They're really awesome. And so we've kind of borrowed, you know, one of their video ideas, Winner Picks Dinner.
Yes.
And,
borrowed, quote unquote.
Well, we do differentiate it by drawing cards.
Right, and we always credit them for the original idea because they absolutely deserve it.
They really do. They put a lot of hard work in their videos.
Yes, Molly and Alan with Mammoth Club are absolutely wonderful, fantastic entertainers, and we strive to be as good as they are.
So we borrowed the idea, and funniest thing happened with this is we did this twice, once on the Strip, once on Fremont. It's up on the channel.
Yep.
The results of it are exactly the same in each video, and I don't know how that happens by the laws of probability, but funniest thing is, yeah, I have to just kind of put my face in my head in shame in each video. If you've seen it, you know you know. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on the channel. I don't want to spoil it.
No, you got to answer the question. We promised.
Oh, we did
answer
promise?
the damn question, Paul.
Okay, so spoiler alert. Yes, the s'mores are coming up, and those will actually be in a future Winner Picks Dinner.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
That was a stupid Winner Picks Dinner.
No, Paul did not choose everything. James chose everything, and I only won the last round.
On both of the ones that have been released.
On both of them, yeah.
Paul, how would you feel if I told you that I made sure you won the last round?
I would feel bad. Did you really do that?
I mean...
That breaks the integrity if you did that, like...
Not saying I did or didn't, just take that as you will.
Okay.
You know. All right.
Oh, back out in the sun.
Back out in the sun on our way to the dirty castle.
Oh, you
it's
know
not
what,
that
though?
dirty.
It's not that dirty. And I will say, I enjoyed my stay at Excalibur.
Yeah, I would stay at Excalibur again.
That was a lot of fun.
I mean, it's not my first choice.
Nope, but it is still a great value property, and I agree with Up in Our Way that it is a great property.
Yeah, it has a place.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, I don't know if I could recommend it. But if you just need a place to sleep and you need something cheap, it's fine.
And the casino's lively.
Yes, and I love that it has window AC units because nothing quite, you know, cools down a hotel room than a window AC unit.
Oh yeah.
So, or a wall AC unit. I'm waking up in Hoth the next morning.
Those wall AC units are amazing.
So as far as other funny stories here, I have to agree with Paul. I couldn't believe I won all those Winner Picks Dinner rounds. Beyond that, I don't know if I have many funny stories. Like, one of the, I guess maybe not funny, but I will say that one of the ones that sticks out in my mind is second or third trip to Vegas for the channel. We were in line to go to Cherie Rooftop.
That's an amazing one.
And then as we're checking in, we noticed right behind us is Norma Jelly. She was going up there to do a video, And we got to meet her. We got to take a picture, talk to her for a little while, ask her some questions. We've connected with her a little bit since then. We've ran into her like 2 other times since then. Not on this trip though.
Do not feel bad at all. People get us mixed up all the time. It happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do names really matter? But yeah, Norma was really gracious and awesome. We haven't officially met Lydia yet, but I really want to.
But
We've been communicating with her a lot more lately, and she's awesome.
And I love her YouTube series. She's always been big on short form.
Yeah.
And I have to admittedly say that, you know, short form is not my forte.
Oh, that sun.
Oh, there we go. I will not hit the mute button.
Do not hit the mute button, Paul.
But yeah, short form has never been my thing.
No.
So ever since she's gotten more into the YouTube, we've been watching a lot of her videos.
And her husband's, that challenge dude.
That challenge dude. Like someday I definitely would love to, do a challenge of some sort, because we do marathon videos every so often.
Yes. We have this idea that we would like to approach Lydia about one day. And if you're watching this, Lydia, hey, just expect to hear from us one day about this. But Lydia's a big fan of Reubens, and I'm a huge Reuben fan. And I bet she knows the best places to get Reubens on the Strip. So I would love to go to all the best places to serve a Reuben in Las Vegas, because it's my favorite type of deli sandwich, hands down. Love them, and I want to see who does it best.
And I will be there for moral support.
You'll eat the damn Reubens and
I
like
will
it.
eat the Reubens and like it.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I will say about doing this channel that has really helped is getting me out of my shell.
You've eaten a lot more things you didn't enjoy previously.
I've eaten a lot more things that I didn't previously enjoy.
Yeah. I've always been the more adventurous eater, but Paul's become more and more adventurous because of it. Now, if you guys can't tell, we're currently on what I like to refer to as the cattle chute that takes you into Excalibur. It's the moving walkway.
I would love to do a Winter Picks dinner with other vloggers. Actually,
Yeah.
that leads me into an idea that I had where we reach out to other like Vegas vloggers and have them pick our dinner. Like we use the same rounds, but have them pick where we go.
Yeah, but before dinner cocktails, appetizers, entrees, desserts, and after dinner drinks.
And then we could, like, in the future, take that same idea and basically poll our audience. Oh, I love corned beef sandwiches. I really do.
Yeah.
But we can poll our audience and then have them pick the rounds for us.
Yep, I've thought about that too. All right, let's go to another question here from the preset list here. Canadian Salt Couple also asks, most we've won in Las Vegas.
That's
a little over 1,100 in one setting.
We have not gotten official hand pay yet.
That was at the airport on Chica Bonita. The next most that we won was on Terry's Jubilee at MGM Grand, and that was just over 1,000.
Just over 1,000.
Yep. Beyond that, probably 800, 900 on our wedding night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At Harrah's.
At Harrah's.
Yeah.
On Heidi of all things.
Heidi and Hannah.
Yep.
So.
And then at the Paris on one trip.
Oh, you won 900 on the last trip, yeah.
On Dragon Link.
So we've never actually had actual hand pay.
But we've avoided the taxes.
Right, which is good, I guess. So, I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Yep.
Frankly, I don't want a hand pay that's less than $5,000. It just doesn't feel worth it.
No, you're totally right.
All right, Ethan. Oh, good old Ethan. I love you, Ethan. He asks, would living in Vegas versus travel make anything different for us? Yes.
As a Vegas channel, yes.
God, yeah. It would, so there's pros and cons to this. First pro, obviously, is less money spent on travel, more money that we can spend on content. Also, it would be easier to film content and not exhaust ourselves. Because as I've said before, when we're out here for 7 nights, which frankly, I don't know how some people come out here more than that. I don't think any reasonable human should spend more than like 5 nights in Vegas tops.
Vegas is great for short trips, especially when you're doing more touristy stuff like we do on our visits.
I mean, I get it if you're coming from Scotland, UK, China, and you're out here for a couple of weeks. Okay, that's fair. But frankly, But frankly, I just am beat after night 5, and I think that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, we're on
5.
night 5. We still have 2 more that we're going to be at downtown. No, we have not eaten at Mother Wolf yet, but that is,
On the list.
it's on the list.
As soon as we stay at Fountain Blue, that is where we're going.
Yep.
So a lot of our videos, when we do like restaurant videos, it's going to be restaurants focused on the resorts we're staying at, filming. And since Mother Wolf opened after we started the channel, we haven't stayed at Fountain Blue yet.
I think
haven't
we
had a chance to
go
knock that
this
off.
way. Trying to figure out how
Oh,
we get to
Buca de
Luxor.
Beppo. Gross. Sorry, if I offend anyone who likes Buca de Beppo, I'm sorry.
Oh yes, there's been plenty of gay gambling streamers actually on YouTube. Brian Christopher.
Yeah, maybe he's the biggest.
Oh yeah, he's the biggest one.
The biggest gay gambler on YouTube.
We actually met him once.
Yeah, he was nice. He seemed tired, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
he was at least nice enough to talk to us and not be like a dick. But yeah, I'm sure there's others. I just can't think of them. Oh wait, what's that channel we watch now?
I don't know, but
Jackpot Jays?
But I don't know if he is.
Oh, they absolutely are. They are a
comedy
couple.
show, a Glitter Gulch Cheeky. Oh, you love the video. Thank you so much. We actually had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back. We had intended to do that on this trip, but our partner in crime, who was supposed to be joining us for this trip to go try every tiki bar in Las Vegas, canceled on us at the last second. JK, if you're watching, I'm still salty at you right now, brother.
Well, since we're going to go back on the walkway here, and out of the casino, I'm going to put it back on. There we go.
All right, yeah, don't mute us.
I will not mute us.
All right, but yeah, so beyond as far as travel versus living here, yeah, it'd be easier to film content living here, but there is a con to that. Vegas resorts tend to give locals little to no comps, little to no discounts, and
Oh, congrats. I hope you had a lot of fun with every tiki bar.
but yeah, so we really do want to eventually move here, partially because we want to change the scenery. We've been living in Phoenix for so long.
It's so funny because it's like I've been in Phoenix longer than 21 years, which means that I've been in Phoenix long enough to gamble.
Yeah, yeah, you have.
I have.
I mean, I've lived in Phoenix even longer. Jeez.
Oh,
And that's really why I want a change of scenery. Phoenix was never my first choice of places to live, but yet I'll end up finding myself in the desert again. I don't know why.
I mean, I ended up going out there before I was 18, so
Right.
it's just kind of always been home.
I mean, honestly, if it weren't for the channel and the hopes of moving to Vegas, I would want to live somewhere that's cold, wet, and rainy. Thinking Seattle, you know, or you know, Oregon. You know, I'm not meant for the desert. My Scottish ancestry.
20 years. Oh, congrats.
Wow, that is awesome. 20 years. All right, let's see here. What's the next question? True Leech asks, favorite show? Anything we want to do in Vegas but haven't done yet?
Well, we already answered that we sadly don't get to do a lot of shows.
No, but I will say, yeah, I'm trying to think of how to answer this one here.
I know a few shows I would love to go see.
I definitely want to see Absinthe,
Yep.
and we are going to go see Disco Show. It is going to happen.
Disco show has to happen.
Yeah, because thankfully the Spiegel World shows are pretty social media friendly, so we can get away with actually making a video about that. But oh my God, I forgot that they removed the moving walkways.
Oh yeah, no moving walkways. But we're getting our steps in.
Yep. They're penalizing you for coming to Excalibur or leaving Excalibur. I mean,
I don't know.
we're heading over to the Luxor right now. Yeah, I say sorry, we're actually not walking on the strip right now, but it is super hot.
Tape face is fun. Ooh, we
Yeah.
have not. I have to be 100% honest. I've not entertained seeing Tape face, but that
I've seen enough clips to know
Yeah.
I would enjoy it.
I would probably enjoy it.
I want to see Shin Lim.
Oh, favorite pool in Vegas. We love
Ooh.
Caesars and Bellagio. Oh,
Mandalay Bay is
Mandalay
probably the top
Bay.
for me.
for me.
I know a lot of people don't like Mandalay Bay because there's a lot of kids there, but I'm a sucker for a lazy river, like a real sucker for a lazy river. And I feel that the cocktail prices are better at MGM properties than they are at Caesars
Oh
properties.
yeah. So there's going to be a little bit of a funny story once the Nobu Hotel video comes out.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the pool.
However, we will just give you a spoiler and say Nobu was fantastic. We love staying there. We're never staying at Caesar's Palace again without staying at Nobu.
Yep, Nobu was so good.
The service was unparalleled. But yeah, I definitely want to see more shows, more concerts, and that's something that we hope to accomplish here real soon. But again, it kind of comes down to the fact that like it's not something that we can film, and we're having to come out here to maximize our content so we can keep doing this until we can get to the next trip.
And also, just make it to the next level of growth with the channel.
Yeah, exactly.
To where things could start to self-sustain it.
Which reminds me, if you haven't already, hit that like button.
Please hit that like button. It goes out to more people.
Yeah.
It allows them to see our live stream here and interact. And if you have any questions, just feel free, ask away.
And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, why not?
Yeah.
Do it. Subscribe.
We got content every week.
And we'll do more live streams if you guys keep liking them. Let's see here. All right, so I Tell Love Not for Paula also asked favorite casino for music.
I'm gonna honestly say I like Bellagio just because they keep the music down.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Oh, doing good. How are you?
Good.
Hopefully having fun.
We're tired, man. We're tired.
I'm right there with you. We're on night 5 of 7, and I already want to go home. I can't lie.
But I would say Bellagio because they keep the music down.
Right. It's nice, classic, soft music. But as far as like fun music, Plaza. I think Plaza plays great music.
Ooh, great romantic gems/restaurants. That would be a fun video to make.
Yeah, we've talked about that actually just a few weeks ago. Or like doing like a date night video.
Yeah, a date night video would be a lot of fun.
One of our favorites, and again, this is one, it's kind of controversial. Some people say yes, some people say no, but we love the Eiffel Tower restaurant. We really do. We had the last night of our honeymoon there. We recently had a fabulous brunch there. I always tell people, look, if you're looking for a nice romantic dinner, Eiffel Tower is a great way to go. And they're part of the Let Us Entertain You group, which has some
amazing restaurants, mostly in Chicago because that's where they're based.
Yes. But here on the Strip, they've got Mon Ami Gabi, the Eiffel Tower restaurant, Happy Camper,
El Segundo Sol.
El Segundo Sol. Is it RPM?
RPM Italian and Joe's Crab.
Yeah, Joe's Stone Crab. Yeah, Prime Steak and Stone Crab.
Yep.
Which is another one we want to check out soon. So.
Somebody did ask what's our best karaoke in Vegas, and unfortunately, no one wants to hear me sing.
Yeah, no. I have a few songs I will do at karaoke, but it is very hard to find them, so I haven't tried yet. But let's put it this way. I'm not the singer I used to be. I spent years doing choir and musical theater growing up, but then I started smoking. And I've been smoking every day since I was like 16 years old. So I don't sing like I used to.
And my voice is just not made for singing.
No, it's sadly
I have to be
kind of
honest,
not.
even when we're filming, these mics do not like my voice.
No.
I'm always in the editing software and I have to always adjust my volume higher than James.
Yep. All right. So Donna Barajas asks, do you want any children? Now,
that is a tough and a somewhat personal question.
We opened it to personal questions. Don't even try and get out of it.
No, I'm not going to get out of it, but I just hope nobody is offended by my answer.
Let's turn it back to us since we're in a casino now.
We're in a casino. There we go.
Yep.
I know, we've just been watching you before we came over.
Oh, hello again. Good seeing you.
Nice to see you.
Are you having a good time since we last saw you?
Thank you.
Awesome.
No, we were watching you with my daughter. We were watching you before we came over. So
Oh.
we were like watching all the videos and everything like that.
Oh,
We
thank
got this
you.
really up.
Did you have the birthday dinner yet for your daughter?
What's that, sorry?
Did you have the birthday dinner for your daughter yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Did you guys figure out where you're gonna go?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I still say like Oscars at downtown at the Plaza is really great.
We haven't been to Dan's house yet.
It-
Well, we have last time we came, but I know you like Mon Ami.
Oh, yeah.
Mona Megabi is one of our
Yeah.
favorites. So yeah, for a more casual dinner, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So I honestly can't say I've ever had a bad experience there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this point. So
Yep.
How long are you here for?
a couple more nights. We're on night 5 of 7 nights. So we'll be heading home on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I can't lie. I'm already looking forward to going home, missing the pets, missing my own bed,
Yeah.
missing the quiet. So
It's busy tonight.
it is, yeah.
Very.
Whoever
It
says
gets
Vegas
busier
is
on the
dead.
weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so nice to meet you.
It's nice seeing you
Everybody.
again. You
You
have a
too.
wonderful evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Yes.
I always love meeting people
I
that
do
have seen our
too.
videos. We ended up connecting with her in the pool at Caesars the other day, and we were chatting. We were all fairly drunk. Let's just be honest. Where were we though?
Oh, we were
Talking about children.
children. Yes.
Okay, so
Now-
that's a complicated answer.
So I'm gonna let you answer first, and then I will provide mine.
Here's the thing. Yes, I would love to be a dad. I've always wanted to be a dad, but there's a big but here. And we're not talking about Paul's butt. It's a nice butt though. But I have a very complicated relationship with my parents, especially my father. And I don't know how. Let's go this way
Yeah,
so
let's
we
go
can
this
go
way.
through like Mandalay Place.
Okay.
My relationship with my father was not a good one. He is no longer with us. He passed many years ago at this point. And there are definitely some unresolved trauma. We tried to resolve as much as we could before his end, but I don't know if I would be a good father, and I'm worried about that because I'll be honest, I can be neglectful, I can be selfish, I can be prone to anger, and a lot of that comes from my upbringing, my relationships with my parents, and what I was subjected to, what I was taught. And I'm the firm believer that abused people abuse people. And I don't want to do that to a child. I don't want to be the reason that a kid is in therapy for most of their life, like I've been.
And that leads into actually my answer to that question, and that's why I said it is a little personal, but I want to make sure that we do answer it. And my answer is simply no. And the reason for that is because, when it comes down to it, it's expensive to raise children. Children are amazing. I think that like having a child would be amazing, but one, we wouldn't be able to have these experiences or even do this channel because
It's so short.
I
I mean, okay, he's on the next step. Let's just be honest. Not that short.
But I think for me, it's like I want to make sure that if I do have a child, that I do it right.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I can give that child.
We want to be able to provide for a kid. And obviously in our situation, it's not cheap to have a kid to begin with.
And big props go out to anyone who does have children because that is a hard.
For us, to adopt a kid, it's going to cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not it's not a cheap process.
No, and also when it comes down to it, I want to make sure that I can give that child a better life than I had growing up.
Yes.
Because I never really had a lot of these privileged experiences that we're doing now with the channel.
Right. This is that's one thing that I will say was a positive experience for me with my parents. We weren't rich, but my parents made sure I had experiences. They took me places, they showed me things, they taught me about culture. My dad used to take me to Mexico all the time. He was a Spanish teacher. My mother was very big into travel and very big into cuisine. So she exposed me to, I can remember being 6 years old and having my first Thai food. So like that always kind of instilled my love of, food and cooking. And I feel like food is a gateway to understanding cultures.
It really is. And let's lead into something a little more positive though. But
I don't mind talking about this. In fact, I think it's important.
I do too, but I will also say this, that the food is a good gateway to kind of also explain to our audience why we do this. Like, why
do we do this?
Well, we have a love of food and we want to share our experiences. Like
I mean, I thought this was to stroke my ego, but no, I'm kidding. I don't really have that much of an ego, but this does stroke my ego, which is nice because there's few things to stroke my ego about.
And I think like when it comes down to it, like I always think about like the reasons as to why we started this. It was to not reach the end of our lives and not be able to say that we've created something or experienced something or even done something positive.
We want to leave some sort of mark on the world, in some sort of impact to other people.
So that's why, like, whenever we've met people like doing this who have said, we watched your videos, we've tried something new because of something that you've created. It
Right.
really does touch us. Like, it's,
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's incredibly humbling. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I never know how to respond to someone when they, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna put it back this
Oh,
way,
okay.
so that way.
I never know how to respond to people when they come up to us and say, "Oh my God, I love your videos," because I'm not used to praise.
I'd say for me, that is actually one thing that I've actually always had a hard time with is praise and accepting it and just having the grace to accept it.
Right. For me, praise often came with a contingency.
Yep, and that's always how it was for me. You would always have conditions attached to it, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Now we're going by one of my favorite restaurants here
Love
at
Reraw.
Mandalay Bay.
Cannot recommend it enough. If nothing else, for a good cold Guinness.
Mm-hmm. Good cold
Oh,
Guinness.
man, a Guinness sounds wonderful right now.
I mean, do we want to go get a Guinness?
Nah, let's keep
Okay,
walking.
Let's keep walking. Do we prefer ABC store, CVS, or Walgreens?
Okay, so I'm gonna probably say ABC store. I like the selection of stuff they have there, but obviously CVS and Walgreens have more kind of they're better for things like emergency stuff. Like I need Q-tips, I need blister guards, I need bandages, what
We
have you.
actually needed to step into a Walgreens on this trip already
Twice.
For
things you forgot to pack.
Yep.
I'm not blaming you or anything, but I'm blaming you.
Does Mandalay Bay have any cheap options like ABC store / Walgreens? No, it does not.
Sadly, that is one thing that
is one downside.
Yeah.
Despite this being one of our favorite properties,
yeah,
this is one downside to Mandalay Bay.
yeah.
You will have to walk quite a bit to get to.
The closest thing I think is maybe a Welcome to Las Vegas store in here. I could be wrong.
I think yes, there is a Welcome to Las Vegas in the shops at Mandalay Place.
And it's kind of like a sundry shop, it's some like gifts and like sodas and waters and things like that. But if you need things again more like personal stuff, like hygiene stuff, you got to go to a CVS or Walgreens.
Yeah.
Which, thankfully, I think there's a CVS not far, but it's still halfway up the strip.
One thing is there is an Arco and gas station across the street from there.
Yeah.
But it is also a bit of a walk across the street.
Yeah.
It's not really the most convenient to get to.
Not at all.
Also, are we going to Swingers or Skyfall tonight? Sadly, no. We actually have a dinner reservation after this.
We might pop into the barber shop though afterwards over at Cosmopolitan, depending on how full, drunk, or exhausted we are. That is tentatively on the schedule. If not, if it doesn't happen tonight, it's going to happen another day.
Yeah.
Before we leave. Oh, man, we haven't been to Mandalay Bay at all on this trip.
No, we have not.
We always spent a lot of time here.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite properties here on the Strip.
Yeah, one of my favorite
let us know in the
casinos.
comments, what is your favorite property on the Strip?
Whew, we've been going for almost an hour.
I know. It hasn't even felt like it though.
No. So Cheryl asks, have you been to Mavericks at Plaza? Not yet. And oh my God, it looks right up our alley. The last time we stayed at Plaza, Mavericks was not open. It was literally like 2 weeks later that they opened that show. We've had a few friends that have seen it and we've heard great things. It is on our list. But again, kind of goes back to that answer earlier that we can't place a lot of emphasis on shows because it unfortunately eats up time that we could be filming other stuff.
Park MGM, good option.
Cheryl also asks, is the Mob Museum worth a visit? Now, I'm going to say that's going to depend on you. Because ultimately, for some people, yes. If you have an interest in history, specifically mob history, Vegas history, then yes. If you enjoy films like The Godfather and Goodfellas, then yes, check out the Mob Museum. Go have a drink at the speakeasy that they got there. But if that isn't something that interests you, or you've never seen The Godfather, never had any desire to see it, then no, skip it. Funny thing, Paul only recently saw The Godfather because I showed it to him because I couldn't believe that he hasn't seen the best movie of all time.
Oh, Planet Hollywood, that is an amazing option.
I know that's a really typical guy thing to say that Godfather is the best movie of all time, but I firmly believe it.
Though, I enjoyed that movie and I can see why it is a classic. Fountain Blue, that's also a great option.
Cannot wait to stay there.
I can't wait to stay there either.
All right, let's see here. Alex H. asks, what's the best place on the Strip for a sunset rooftop bar?
That
two
is
answers to that.
We're actually right at one of these places.
Yep.
Actually, let's go walk around and show you.
Okay. We'll get there. I don't know if we're gonna get there
Well-
by the time we still answer this question, but
No, but we'll be there by essentially, and I'll show the walkthrough. So where we're at right now is the tram. And if you walk just a little bit down this way from the tram that takes you to Mandalay Bay, you'll make your way towards the lobby. Now, we actually have a video on this place where we had dinner there, but they also have a cocktail lounge, and it's
It's
called
glorious.
the Foundation Room.
absolutely wonderful. It's by the same people who.
Oh, somebody wants to compliment your clock at work tattoo.
Oh, thank you. It's easily my most complimented tattoo, but it's also one of the ones that's visible. But yeah, no, I'm a huge Clockwork Orange fan. I actually first read the book before I saw the movie, and I found the book in all places in my junior high school library, which as soon as I got to the end of the book, I'm like, why was this in my junior high school library? Because it is very, very full of the R word that YouTube doesn't like.
No.
And of course, lots of violence and other things, but really full of the R word that YouTube doesn't like.
Yeah.
But then I saw the movie and I loved
Bar
it.
at Waldorf. I've been wanting to visit the Waldorf.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go for tea there.
But back to the question on best rooftop bar. Now we're here at Mandalay Bay.
Yep. So Foundation Room.
But we're going to walk a little bit this way.
I will also say, in addition to Foundation Room, one of my favorite rooftop bars is at the Paris, and that's Beer Park. It's more accessible than Foundation Room. It's very casual, but it has some great views of the Strip. It's great for a place to sunset. And I'm a big beer guy. They've got a wonderful selection on draft. So that's probably why I would say that Beer Park's my personal favorite.
Yep.
All right.
So we're actually over here by the lobby. It's actually going to be right over
Yes,
here.
Foundation Room.
Oh, Old Red Rooftop. Somebody else suggested that. But Foundation Room, we had a great dinner there.
This is brought to you by the same
Legacy
group.
Club is also good, but the question was actually pertaining specifically to the Strip.
But if we're just talking rooftop bars for sunset, Legacy Club hands down.
Yeah, Legacy Club hands down. But yeah, Foundation Room is definitely a great option when you're here.
That's actually brought to the Strip by the same group who operates House of Blues.
Yep.
So Dan Aykroyd behind that. All right, so last of the pre-submitted questions here. Kim H asks, how did we meet? And have we been to New Orleans or Chicago? So the first question, that's a two-part question, Kim. No, I'm kidding.
It's a great question, though.
Okay, so that's complicated. So like I said, we started dating 9 years ago, but that was not when we met. We actually met each other quite some time earlier. And even before we met, I'm pretty sure that we were both aware of each other. So Paul and I both performed in Shadowcast for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Paul played Brad, I played Eddie. But we never actually performed on the same cast ever. That being said, the short answer is mutual friends introduced us because we were both gay and lonely and things like that. So the typical
And young and dumb.
Yep. Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Anyway, I'm gay. I could sing show tunes all day.
So we both were performing Rocky Horror at different times of our lives.
Yes.
We kind of met through a mutual roommate of his.
Yes.
And we both worked the nerd conventions in
Yeah, we were doing like Comic-Cons and things like that.
Phoenix Comic-Con. We were both volunteering together. He got me into doing the merchandise one year.
But like, so we got to preface and say though, like, we had this weird, almost sitcom-esque, will they, won't they, bullshit for a good 5 years.
It was about 5 years of just on and off. Like,
yeah.
One time we'd take each other to a date for dinner. One time we'd just go to a ball game.
Another time he'd come over and, we do what gay things do, what gay guys do.
Yes. Doctor Who.
Yeah, exactly. We'd sit there and watch Doctor Who. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no
Doctor
more,
Who.
say no more.
I mean, technically it was Doctor Who and Chill.
Yes, Doctor Who and Chill.
It was before Netflix.
Really? Well, oh no, Netflix was there because that's when we watched Doctor Who. It was on Netflix.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, so we would have this kind of just on and off again thing. That was kind of my bad. I can't lie. I had like cold feet.
Oh yeah, Broadway Bound and Gagged in around 05.
Yep.
Oh my God, that
That's
might
when
have
I
been.
started.
Yeah.
That's when I started going to Broadway Bound and Gag, which is the Rocky Horror cast I was on in the early 2000s, like 2002-ish, 2001-ish. I joined up with him in about 2005, 2006.
Oh, we can get on the tram.
Let's get on the tram,
Let's
hurry.
get on the tram.
Don't close, tram.
Don't close, we're here.
Is the tram actually moving?
I hope so.
We'll find out.
The thing is open, so there we go. But yeah, so it looks like it's on its way. Oh, let's sit down for a sec.
Yeah. Once it not move, it's just
Oh
gonna.
no, well, either way, we're sitting down.
Oh, there it goes,
There
okay.
goes. So,
Sitting down feels good.
so we ended up meeting through that. Eventually, we started dating a little bit more.
Right, we started kind of casually seeing each other more and more. And then in 2016, so 9 years ago, we decided to make it official. And, I won't go into all the details on that, but essentially it kind of happened over the course